We are going to talk about our top products that we've been really loving and using in 2025.
We're just sharing some favorites and we'll tell you why they're our favorites, why we're using them.
We're going to talk about the health and beauty or clean beauty categories and supplements that really promote longevity and energy.
We have wearables, which is still a big trend right now, and recovery tools and sleep tools and all kinds of stuff.
So let's just dive right in. So I think the first category maybe we talk about is fitness and recovery. One of the things that we're both big fans of is the weighted vest.
I notice everybody is wearing weighted vests. It's more of a fitness tool, but to recover, I've been using a slant board.
Products that we're going to talk about today are going to be in the spaces that you are most focused on too. We know from talking to a lot of you guys.
Yes. So anyway, we need to move on because we have so many exciting products. Welcome to the Art of Living Well podcast, where we empower you to take charge of your health and happiness. We're Marnie
and Stephanie,
board-certified integrative health practitioners, holistic wellness coaches, and passionate explorers of all things mind, body, and soul.
Each week, we bring you expert insights, real-life stories, and practical tools to help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you truly want to be. From longevity and nutrition to mindset, movement, and healing, we dive deep to uncover the root causes of wellness and vitality.
Join us and our growing community as we explore what it really means to create your art of living well in a way that's authentic, sustainable, and uniquely yours.
Hello, welcome back to the Art of Living Well podcast. So happy that you guys are joining us today. This is an episode that if you haven't watched or gone onto YouTube and subscribed to our channel, that you're definitely going to want to watch if you can versus listen. And I know that sometimes can be a little bit challenging, but maybe you're cooking a meal and you pop it up on your phone or your iPad, because we are going to talk about our top products that we've been really loving and using in 2025. Now that it's already 3/4 of the way through the year, which is kind of sad, bittersweet, I guess, to think about, because we're going to showcase a lot of them. So you're going to get to see them up close and personal in person. And it's just kind of a fun way to watch or listen to this episode.
As wellness practitioners, we've tried so many different products, it's something I love about the job. People send us things, we research things, and it's just really fun to try a lot of different products and come back and say, oh, we love this. Or, someone sent us these bars and we were both like gagging recently. We won't mention.
Yeah.
We won't mention the
I
name of
felt
them.
bad. I felt
I
really bad.
too, but they were terrible. So we're really sharing things with you that we love. And some of them you've heard us talk about in previous episodes, but we still love them. So I feel like that says a lot. And, we're just sharing some favorites and we'll tell you why they're our favorites, why we're using them. And we do want to mention that we are affiliates for some of these products, not all of them. So if you purchase the product, we do get a small commission on it. But again, only sharing products that we use and love.
Absolutely. And another thing about the affiliates, I will say, is it's a way to support us and our podcast and all the wonderful guests and resources and hopefully motivation and inspiration that Marnie and I share with you every single week. And there's no difference in how much you're paying for these products. So
If anything, you're actually getting a discount because we usually have discount codes, which is even better because we love offering our listeners discounts.
yes. And we know, all these products that we're going to talk about today are going to be in the spaces that you are most focused on too. We know from talking to a lot of you guys. So we're going to talk about sort of the health and beauty or clean beauty categories and supplements that really promote longevity and energy. What else have we got, Marnie?
We have wearables, which is still a big trend right now, and recovery tools and sleep tools and all kinds of.
Yeah. So let's just dive right in. So I think the first category maybe we talk about is something that Marnie and I have been really focused on probably the last year and a half, is just fitness and, like she said, recovery. Recovery was not a word really in my vocabulary when it came to working out at all. But through our training last year when we did 29 and then this year when we did the big Grand Canyon hike, it definitely became part of our, sort of daily life and habit, if you will. So one of the things, and that we're both big fans of is the weighted vest. And we know recently we had a whole episode on bone health where we talked about the weighted vest. Barney and I each have one that we use, and I use it now like multiple times. I feel like every week I start using it more and in different ways.
Me too.
Really enjoying it. And you know what I did for the first time last week is I used it hiking at Highland. So you guys have probably heard us talking about this hill that we hike at. Normally I'm wearing my hydration vest and I don't use it, which is something else we're going to talk about. But I was like, well, I'm just going to try the weighted vest. I see people doing it and I really liked it. It's a little harder because it's, I have 12 pounds for mine. And so it gets your heart rate up more. And I was more focused on like not having my water with me all the time because I like to be sipping constantly. But I just had my water down the hill and I used it. And the one day then I used my poles. And the other day I didn't have my poles. And I was like, oh, shoot, it would really be nice to have the poles with the weighted vest. So anyway, I'm using it and I liked it. It wasn't as hard. I was worried it was going to be like really hard and I wasn't going to enjoy it. But yeah, it was good.
That's awesome. I've been wearing my weighted vest a lot more for just neighborhood walks, even if I'm out for like a dog walk, just adding that extra weight. But the crazy thing is, I notice everybody is wearing weighted vests. It's like a trend in my neighborhood. And a year ago when I was wearing it, I felt like people were staring at me funny, like I'm wearing this like bulletproof looking vest around. And now everybody's wearing them everywhere. And it's like you pass people and I'm in my weighted vest and they're in their weighted vest. It's like, "Hi, we know what you're
Right.
doing." It's just
Yes.
so funny. It's really quite the trend, but, we have different ones. I Mine is Hypervest brand, and I love it, and Stephanie, you can share what brand yours is.
I don't even know. We'll link it up. It's like literally the one that everyone has. It's on Amazon. It's
Is it like the
$40.
one with the big it almost looks like you're carrying bullets in front of you, like it's
I mean, it's literally the one that like 90% of people you see
I
walking
think
around have.
Jordan has that one.
Yeah.
So, I just wanna share another well, I guess the weighted vest isn't a recovery tool, it's more of a fitness tool, but to recover, I have been using a slant board, and I think I first came across it on Instagram because when we were training for 29029 and I was having heel issues and calf issues and all this stuff, I went down this deep dive and I found all of these online physical therapists that show different videos on how to do different things. God, I was trying to build up strength in my knees and in my hamstrings. I was just trying to feet, all kinds of crazy stuff. So someone suggested a slanted board and it's kind of heavy, but I'm going to hold it up in a second. And it is the best thing ever. I literally have it in my office. I stand on it probably 5 times a day. There's different heights you can put it at, and it stretches your muscles differently. And it's a big stretch in your calves, but you can like turn around and stand forward on it, all these different ways. I have recommended it to so many different people, and everyone's like, wow,
Yeah.
that really makes a difference. So,
So I'm ever
yes,
curious, how does it help your heel?
because it's such a deep stretch in your calf,
Yeah.
it's all connected. I mean,
Versus like
I
the
can't tell you like the medicine behind it or
yeah, no, no, no.
but
I mean, I just want to know practically because I've been having some heel issues every once in a while this summer. And I'll try to do like stretch on like my step or something. So I'm just curious how you like it versus just using a step.
so I'm gonna hold it up here and see if you can see. It's like this wood board. Can you kinda see?
Yeah.
And you stand here, and you stand with your toes pointing up to here, and there's different heights. So, like, someone that's really inflexible, like my husband, he's actually starting way down here, and it's like that's the where I am up here,
Okay.
and you can even then once you, like, graduate, like, Stephanie, you're probably, like, uber flexible, you're probably, like, way up at the top, and you can start doing, like, deep squats on it. And then it's like stretching the muscles even more. But
Okay.
I've noticed for someone like me that has tight calves and foot issues, it's really opened up my feet. And interestingly enough, I had a massage recently, and my massage person who knows my body and my feet and whatever said that she could feel a difference in my feet.
Okay, that's amazing.
And
So
I'm
does
like,
it
what
help
does that
you
mean?
keep like I assume you do it barefoot.
Yes, you do it barefoot. If you do it in socks, I've tried it, you, like, slide because 'cause you're
Yeah.
at a slant, so you don't wanna do it in socks.
Right. So that maybe helps you put like, evenly distribute the weight on your feet too, and maybe that's part of it.
It's really cool, and you literally need to stand on it for, like, 10 seconds. I
Oh
mean,
my god,
it's
I want this now. I
so
feel like our office is gonna be, like, not even an office so much, there's gonna like, we have the walking treadmill desk, and they'll we used to have a trampoline in our office.
but I wanted to say, in terms of price point, I think it was maybe $30. It's literally like wood. Whoever came up with this was brilliant. $30. It's splurge wor I mean, not splurge worthy. It is very worth the money in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, I'm excited, I'm gonna have to
I
check
think
that out.
Will really like it.
I know. I wonder if I should buy one for him to
There's
bring to school.
another board I saw that I was, like, toying with getting where it's more about balancing, so you're using your foot muscles and you're kind
Mm.
of balancing on one foot, but it's like, how much stuff can I have in this office, like
Well,
you said? So I'm working on this one right now.
yeah. I feel like in the future, with everyone working from home more and then being focused on movement and all these things, they're gonna have to create an office where there's, like, a whole separate section with, like, compartments and cupboards just for all the other gear, like, you could throw a weight in there, right? Just
Well, and maybe have, like, a standing desk area and a sitting desk,
yes.
but it's, like, all pretty instead of,
Ye
like that would be
yeah, I
so
mean,
cool.
you should see
We
my
should do that.
office. Yes, exactly. So the other thing we wanted to mention is our hydration vests, which I totally forgot to bring into my room, but you've probably seen people wearing them. I guess runners wear them. I never really paid a ton of attention before we started training for 29029, but now we each have 2 different ones because one's bigger, has a bigger bladder, and we needed that for the Grand Canyon hike.
And
But
for
I
those
think
of you that don't know, sorry to interrupt you, a bladder is like a water pouch that you would put in the back, and it has a straw that you sip from.
yeah. So some people have heard of the Camelback. That was kind of the original, the OG probably. I think I have a one that's Solomon and one that's Nathan maybe. But then on the sides, there's 2 collapsible pouch water bottles, but they're collapsible, kinda similar to the bladder. And, well, I really like it because I won't even use the bladder necessarily. I'll just use one for water and one for electrolytes, and our favorite brand, which we'll talk about later, is Redmond's Electrolytes, the Relight product. And then you can be sipping, just take a little sip here and there, and it really helps you stay hydrated because you're, 1, using the water and the electrolytes, which your body needs for longer workouts. And you don't have to, like, sit there and, like, chug a whole bit. You just, like, take little sips every, 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long you want. And then there's room for other things like your car keys or your phone or food. And we'll talk about some of our favorite fueling products as well. So that's something that I still use even though I'm not training for an event. And I really like it.
Yeah, me too, and I will say, like, even just learning how to sip instead of chug was a big change for me, and that vest helps so much. So I take a sip of water, a sip of my electrolytes.
Yeah.
It's like and you're moving still. You don't have to stop and pull out your water bottle, and, like,
Right.
I that's what I used to do. And, like,
Yes.
actually, when Jordan and I were just hiking recently in Utah, he had his water bottle in his backpack, and I would just be drinking on the hike, and he'd be like, "I need to stop and drink." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, right." Like,
Right.
I'm like,
Yes.
"Next time you should wear my other
Yeah.
vest."
I was gonna say, Martin, you have plenty of options for him,
Yes,
right?
I do. It's yes. Anyway, so I wanna share one more recovery tool that I'm, like, just loving since 29029. Clearly, this had a big impact on us, right? It's called the Pain Relief Stick. This is maximum strength from CBD Clinic. It's 100% naturally derived. This is level 5, so it's the highest level strength, and it's a roller. So this is what it looks like. When my feet are tired at the end of the day, I roll this all over my feet, all over my heels, like the Achilles tendon, sometimes my calves. It is so soothing, and it feels different than, like, an icy hot.
Okay.
I just love it. Like, you still don't wanna rub your eyes because there is some menthol in here after using it. You wanna wash your hands or whatever. But I love that it's a roller because you can just, like, roll it wherever you wanna roll it. It also comes in a jar, so I have the jar form as well. If you, like, wanna do, like, a deep rub on your feet or something, I use it on my feet. Like, that is the main place I use it. I swear by it. It's amazing.
And do you think it also works just like if you had sore quads or
Yes,
tight hamstrings
totally.
or
I think it,
yeah.
like, relaxes or soothes, I don't know. I don't
I
know.
think that could be like a good gift too to
Yeah,
give to people.
it is a little more splurgy. It's not
Okay.
cheap, I will say. I
Okay.
there's a actually, on the top of my thing, there's a discount code, thanks 10.
Oh, there you go. We'll share that.
Yeah, so it says to save 10% on your next order. I just ordered more. I
So
usually
how
ordered
much is it?
I think it's close to $80.
So you're right. It is a little more expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it lasts a long time, though. It's a pretty solid stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Therasage and some of their products we've talked about many times before. There's a few actually that we use. So we had Robbie, the founder, on maybe 2 months ago now. So sometime in I think the spring, and we can link his episode up. But Marnie and I first started. Well, one, I had the sauna for a number of years before I even met him, actually. So I love that. But we won't go into too much with saunas today because we've talked about that quite a bit. And it's nothing really new, but we love the red light and PEMF mats that we're sitting in that you can lie down. So it's like perfect for a chair. And there's it even temperature controlled. So like in the winter, it's really nice when you're cold because you can crank it up. And tons of benefits with red light therapy, and also the PEMF can help like really with your nervous system regulation. So even like if you need more energy or if you're stressed and feeling a little bit too, fight or flight or high strung, you put on a different setting. So those are 2 products that we love, but then also, this is their newer-ish product, the face mask. Okay, so Marnie, maybe you can talk about it, and I'm gonna put it on.
Okay, it's a red light face mask, but it actually has other lights in it as well. I'm looking at mine to remember. I think there's, like, blue light. Stephanie,
There
if
you
you have
go.
and there's
Oh, it matches
purple
my
light,
top today.
and then there's a isn't there a purple light? Yep, there's the
Yeah.
purple light, and mine's dead at the moment. I have to charge it. And isn't there one more? Then there's the full spectrum light where it's like you're getting all of it. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit different than the other red light masks on the market because those are just red light therapy and this one has all of the lights. That one kind of
Right.
looks pink right now, the one you just had a second ago.
I'm just clicking the button to go through all of them.
But so the thing that's really nice about this mask is you can see through it and put it on and do something if you want to, right? So like were they 15-minute sessions? I was trying to
Yeah.
remember how long
They're
this.
15-minute sessions.
Yeah, so if you want to do a 15-minute session, I mean ideally, right, you're laying down and relaxing and taking a break, but if you don't want to do that, you could watch TV and wear it or work on your computer, maybe
Read
not
a book.
read a yeah, it's a little bit hard to see through. I mean, I have a tiny face, so for me, it's a little bit hard. It's, like, a little bit big for my face, but it still works, and I think it's one of the best red light masks on the market.
Absolutely, and you'll understand more if you go back and listen to the episode with Robbie. And one thing, Marnie and I have talked recently about the art of doing nothing, and I know this is still doing something, so, okay, give me that, but what I've been doing, if I wake up in the morning and I don't need to, like, jump out of bed to go be somewhere, I and my fa the other thing is you can't have makeup on or any face products on with the mask, so you have to time it a little bit. That's my only challenge with it. So in the morning, when I know I don't have anything on my face, I will just lie in bed and do nothing. And I'm not meditating. I'm not like I'm really just lying there. I'm not fully sleeping and I put it on. And I decided that's how I like to use it right now. So anyway,
And if you're not doing nothing, you could use it as a habit stack. So you could use it with a meditation or a stretch or something very gentle and try and, do some habit stacking, which is always a nice way to do things because sometimes it's hard to fit it all in.
yeah. Or especially when you're trying to incorporate a new habit, it's nice to stack it with something that you're already doing.
Yep. So I also just want to give a quick shout out to Strava, which I know I'm trying to maybe track a little bit less in my life, but my kids have been like, "Mom, you have to get on Strava. You have to get on Strava" for like a year. And I was like, "Ah, I don't want to get on another
Yeah.
thing." In the meantime, Sage set it up on my phone, and it's like it basically tracks your workouts, but it gives you your actual, like, course that you did, like, if you're on a run, it has or on a hike or whatever, it literally shows you everything you did, and then it tells you, like, your speed and your distance, and then it starts to compare over the course of time, and so, like, right now I'm training for a half marathon, so I'm doing these different runs, and I love that I see the same run I did. Okay, this time I did my fastest run in that same loop or whatever. And but the really fun part about it for me is there is a social media component to it, and I'm, a little bit rolling my eyes that I'm even saying this. The only people I am on it with are my children, my cousins, one of them who lives in Australia, my brother, my sister-in-law. It's like family. I don't have anybody else on it, and it's really fun to see what everybody's doing. I see, like, my brother was out on a 12-mile whatever, and, my cousin Zoe in Australia is doing this, and it's fun, and you can see the route that they took. So it's a way to connect for me with family and to, if I'm trying to improve distance or time or whatever, it's just kind of fun. It
Yeah.
makes little suggestions for you. So I
No,
like it.
that's cool if you're training for something, right?
Yeah, like, I wouldn't necessarily wanna use it all the time, but while I'm training for something, I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Moving on to another favorite topic, sleep and stress support. We know this is a big one for a lot of you out there, including us. So, I think just rehashing a couple things that we already talked about that can also help with sleep and stress. The sauna that we mentioned. Marnie has a good health sauna, which has been a proud supporter of ours for a long time.
Yeah, like
And
5 years.
we love theirs. And if you don't have the room to have your own built-in sauna, I highly, highly recommend Therasage. And it's such a high quality product. There's also red light in both of these. So that's also nice. You're getting the benefits, kind of habit stacking that Marnie mentioned. But it's a great way to detox and then which is going to help with overall, I mean, so many things in your body. But sleep and stress being two of them. So just wanted to mention that since we already talked about it.
Well, and then I'm gonna just shout out to the Sia sleep mask. I'll put it on, and Stephanie, you can
Yes.
share that, like, somebody sent this to us from the company, and
Which is so nice. It's like this
so nice.
female-owned business, and I've been wearing my I mean, I have a couple different sleep masks, and we'll talk about another brand that we love that has it, but this is 100% silk and super comfortable. Really, this would be a nice to buy for yourself or even to give it as a gift to someone because it's again,
This.
yes. And my
Because
son and I have been talking about sleep masks, and he's like, "Mom, I need a new one because he lost his on the plane." And I'm like, "You need one like this." Like, there is something about this,
the eyelets, I think.
yes. So, I think it makes a huge I wear a sleep mask now almost every night, especially in the summer because there's, like we have blackout blinds, but there's still a little crack of sunshine or someone comes in, there's a light on outside. I'm just a huge, huge fan. And definitely for sure when you travel, right?
I always use them when I travel. My bedroom at home is very dark, and so I don't use it at home, but I would if I needed to.
Are you loving this conversation and want even more ways to live your happiest, healthiest, and most authentic life? Then we'd love for you to join our growing community on Substack. When you subscribe, you'll get bonus content and behind the scenes insights from us. Plus, you'll be the first to know about our upcoming programs and events. Your support helps us keep bringing inspiring guests and impactful conversations straight to you each week. So head to the link in our show notes, sign up today, and let's continue this journey together to create the art of living well. So, Dream Recovery is another brand that we both love. And we had Todd Anderson, who's the founder, on the podcast. We'll link that up. So, he has an amazing sleep mask that I use as well. We want to shout out this brand that sent us the sleep masks because we both enjoy them. The mouth tape. And I just had a conversation just literally 2 days ago, and I mentioned mouth tape. And someone's like, "What? You mouth tape?" I mean, so as much as Marty and I think this is like common now, and a lot of people are doing it because it's been many years that I've been using mouth tape, it's still not something that is definitely mainstream.
People think I'm
Mainstream.
crazy when I say I melted.
I
Like,
know. They're
my
like, "Can you breathe through it?"
I'm
Because
like,
well,
"Yes."
we kind of joke. So at night, you've got this on, and then you put the mouth tape on, and no, you're not talking to anyone. I mean, my kids or my husband will come in, and I'll be like, I'm done. That's it.
And
I
and
mean, they know I've got the mask on and the mouth tape. I'm out for the night.
and he has different kinds of mouth tape, Todd Anderson. So this one, I think, has, like, some
Product.
product in it to just kind of be a little bit more gentle around the mouth, but I do love the pink. I've had that at different times. And then they have a blue one, and they also have one that's like a small strip, which actually, if you're just starting with mouth tape, it's a little bit easier, I think, to get used to sleeping with mouth tape. I used that one for a really long time, And then I went to this one. I do think I sleep a little bit deeper with this one, so I've kinda stuck with this one, but if I have a cold at all or just anything, I'll use the other one. It's just a little less covering.
Yes. You can breathe a little bit more through your mouth than you can with the full one, but you will get used to it. I mean, my kids have all used them. I don't know. So, we're big fans. But a lot of people will talk about, "Okay, what supplements do you take for sleep?"
This is
And
the
I would say yeah. So that's our magnesium, the Bioptimizer magnesium, and we do have a code for that. It's the ART10. So that's a great product, but also melatonin. And for a long time, I was not a huge fan of melatonin because I believed that if you keep taking it on a regular basis, so not that there's anything wrong with it, but continued use of melatonin may prevent your body from producing the hormone itself. And you do want your body to produce melatonin. However, as we age, that the melatonin production just naturally decreases. So I have to say I am taking melatonin probably 4 to 5 nights a week. I mean, if I am completely exhausted, I don't take it. And I know I'm gonna go right to bed, but if it's like, I really need to make sure I fall asleep within a certain amount of time and I have maybe a workout in the morning or whatever, I am taking the Equalife melatonin, the liquid melatonin. And again, that is something that's also in my travel bag. Like I have a little travel bag with like cords, the mouth tape, the sleep mask, and the liquid melatonin. I do not leave home
Me too.
without them.
Same way. And I have to say, I have tried different melatonins. The Equalife liquid melatonin is by far my favorite. I have purchased melatonin in the past at Walgreens, and I feel groggy from it. I don't know what's different about it. I also remember Dr. John Lawrence was a guest on our podcast, like, over a year ago, and he really changed my thought process on
Uh-huh.
melatonin. I recommend looking him up and listening to what he has to say about melatonin, and I'm pretty sure we touched on it a few different times in that episode, but he really feels like a person can take melatonin every single day,
In
and it
high
won't.
doses. He promotes high doses of melatonin, actually, but obviously
And Dr. Stephen Cabral also, who we, you know, have trained under, also says it is totally fine. It is not gonna affect your melatonin productions. Now, we are not doctors here. We have not studied this personally, so these are just things that we're doing.
exactly. And then there are these and I'm not a big fan of gummies, but one of our previous podcast guests has a company called Fusionary Formula, and we both take, her curcumin.
I can hear turmeric.
Her turmeric. Well, that's yeah.
Yeah.
And so she also has this product, so I bought it because 'cause they're gummies, like, no added sugar, and because there's also in addition to melatonin, there's GABA and L-theanine in there, and I've given it, like, if on an overnight flight for my kids, I've given it to them a couple times, but I'll take it just some every once in a while, I just kinda want I don't know. I do like to take a gummy. Yeah, it's like the texture and the chewy I don't know, sometimes I just want something like that, like, if I don't know. So, I will take that also sometimes before bed. Not I would not do that and the melatonin, it would be one or the other. But it's just another option. I know some people like that gummies or for your kids or whatever. I mean, maybe not little kids, but like teenagers I'm referring to. And then the last thing I think I wanna mention though are my new sheets. So, we finally got new sheets a couple of months ago. And I never I've heard Cozy Earth sheets mentioned on other podcasts, and I was like, "Oh, what's the big deal with sheets? Like, how is that helping your sleep?" And so I bought these bamboo sheets. And maybe it's just the bamboo, so maybe you can find another brand too, but I have to say, both my husband and I were like, "Wow, this makes such a difference," and I think it's the temperature almost, like the cooling nature of the bamboo versus cotton.
Bamboo, yeah.
Yeah, and I have 2 different types of bamboo sheets, and one's Cozy Earth and one's another one, and I do like the Cozy Earth better, but it's just like you just kind of are lying there and I mean, both of us were like, "Wow, these sheets are amazing." So, if you're in the market for new sheets, again, this is more of a splurge, not a super inexpensive product, but highly recommend checking out Cozy Earth.
And they make PJs too in the same material.
Yeah.
So, and I just wanna do one more shout out to Organifi chocolate liquid
Oh, yes.
gold, because just in terms of sleep, especially in the winter, I don't drink it as much in the summer, but in the winter, it is my favorite way to wind down at night.
Yeah.
And it is like a little treat too, even though there's like no sugar in it or very little sugar, I should say. it's so calming and relaxing, and it's a great way to unwind.
And I think it just satisfies that little, like, chocolate sweet craving
Yeah.
without, like, diving into, like, a bunch of
Crap.
chocolate or desserts or whatever it is, right?
Yep.
Okay, so moving on a little bit maybe into the kitchen area.
Yep, and
Um,
we're both sprouting still. We love
Still
our
sprouting.
sprouters.
And I didn't bring the sprout over because it's sprouting right now, so it'd be kind of hard. I mean, I guess I could have done it. But this is just a package of the sprouts
Do
and what
you
they
like
look
the
like.
broccoli? So
Yeah.
I'm finding that I like the broccoli ones, but I love the salad mix and the beans.
So
Like, those are my 2 favorites, which I've run out of both. I need to replenish.
well, you know what I recently tried, and I have them in my fridge right now, the radish sprouts. So I last time I bought I was like, "I'm gonna branch out and do some different things." So I've done the beans, I've done the protein mix, I love the salad
Oh, I
mix.
love the protein mix too.
I do like the broccoli, and I have the broccoli is what I have currently in the container. It is wonderful. So I came back from maybe I was gone. I can't remember why I didn't have, like, salad stuff in the house to make, like, fresh greens. And I looked and I'm like, "Oh, but I have the sprouts in my fridge that I made so simply and easily using very little energy or any, effort in my house." So there's something about I guess it's like having a garden, which in Minnesota you can't do year round. Just knowing that you have these sprouts that are so nourishing with so many amazing nutrients in there that aren't sprayed with anything, right? We know that there's no chemicals or glyphosate even in the seeds because the founder is so diligent with how he sources the seeds. I don't know, and it's so easy and fun, and they're delicious, and I love putting them in a multitude, of
Pretty much
things
you
you
eat
eat.
them with everything,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of fiber in them. Like, I
Yes.
don't wanna be too graphic, but I feel like you eat the sprouts and you are just, you know, very regular, which
Right.
I am anyway, but, like, it's just even more so.
Yes. So can't recommend it enough. And I do think, when this episode's dropping in the fall, if you're thinking about holiday gifts or what to give to people, the starter kit with a bag of these would be a great gift.
Yes, I've actually gifted that kit to many people, and we do have a code for them as well. It's Living Well, and like Stephanie mentioned, the founder's amazing, the company's
And
amazing.
we'll link up his episode because you'll learn way more about sprouts than you ever wanted to learn in your life, and you'll be so motivated to start sprouting yourself.
Another product that we have talked about in the past, but I think it's been a while, is the Zero Acre oil. And we did a whole episode on oils and just, you don't want to cook at a high heat with your olive oil. And I'm
Mhm.
sure many of you have heard this over and over again, but just want to reiterate that it denatures the oil. You wanna use your o olive oils more for drizzling and other things, but not cooking at high temperatures, and the Zero Acre oil is really meant for cooking, and so I usually buy 6 bottles at a time, and I just store it in my pantry, and then I have it always when I need it, and I love it, and my son who lives in Chicago now, I send it to him, and I'm like, "You tell me when you need more," because I don't want him going to the grocery store and buying cheap oil and cooking his food in cheap oil. That's
Yeah.
how strongly I believe that it's so important to use good oil.
Well, I think people struggle even if they know, "Okay, I can't use olive oil, what do I use?" And then they use sunflower oil or, some other seed oil, soybean oil, and corn oil, right. So, this replaces it, and if you wanna know more about oils, we'll link up that episode as to why we choose, so to not consume seed oils when possible. The other thing kinda getting to the fiber that Marnie talked about, and this is new for me, and a friend of mine, my friend Kristen, actually introduced me to basil seeds. And so I was like, "Basil seeds? Like, is this like a chia seed?" And, she was talking about she puts it on, like, her yogurt or different, things that she's making or eating. It's hard to find. I could not find it at Whole Foods. I could not find it at a co-op, which is maybe why I didn't know about it. So I had to buy it online at Amazon. And it's different, and I like the seeds better than chia seeds. And I've been adding it so compared to chia seeds, Zen basil seeds have nearly 2 times the fiber, 2 times the potassium, 2 times the calcium, and 2 times the iron.
What about
So
protein?
yeah, there's a good amount of there's 5 grams of protein.
Okay.
So 1 serving's 2 tablespoons, which I've been doing 1 tablespoon, and then I still do, like, half as much of my nut butter that I used to do. So but I'm still getting 7 grams of fiber in just this. So before I do anything else
So
with,
what
like,
are
my
you putting
smoothie.
it in? In
Oh,
your
I'm putting it in
smoothie?
my smoothie because it's just the easiest way.
Okay. So you're
I
just
haven't
putting the scoop in your smoothie.
Yeah.
And how does it change the taste or the texture?
I mean, a little bit, but it's not so what I don't like about chia seeds is when they get kinda that gel-like consistency that kind of annoys me, or they get stuck in my teeth. These have not gotten stuck in my teeth, and that they're, like, drier, I would say, than a chia seed maybe.
Do
I
they
haven't tried
taste
to make a
basily? Like, I love
No, they don't taste
no,
basil-y.
there's no
Mm-mm.
basil. Okay.
No, I don't know why they're ca I mean, obviously, they're probably somehow from basil plants. There's over 150 different basil plants to source from. But they use high quality, and this brand is, like, third party food science lab tested and all that.
That
Good
sounds
stuff.
I'm gonna order those right when we're done.
Yeah,
Try
I'm
it out. I've never tried
really excited. I've used them, like, for almost 2 weeks now, like, every day. So that's more on
Great.
the fiber front, and we know we've talked about fiber quite a bit.
I think we should talk about electrolytes because people ask me all the time, like, what electrolytes I like to use. So many people are still using Gatorade. Like, please do not use Gatorade.
Yeah,
There's no reason to use Gatorade.
no,
So, we love the Redmond's Relight. There are so many different flavors, and they're all really good. Like, I honestly don't I've had one that I didn't like. So, I like to buy the little variety packs because you never know what you're getting in those, and then, I'm just surprised. But I also have the jars because it makes more sense economically, but
right, and I have both, and so, okay, the 2 new products from Redmond's that I used, and I forgot to bring the Redmond stuff, but it's not that exciting to look at necessarily, is the chocolate relight. So, I had tried some like, the Element has also chocolate, and then I was super excited because Redmond's is, like, my go-to. I buy lots of things from there. Their seasoned salts actually are amazing, highly recommend
the lemon
all their
pepper, which you turned me on to, we
the
use
lemon pepper,
all
I probably use, like, almost daily.
it's so good.
The other thing I will say about the salts, okay, the taco seasoning's amazing, that's my taco seasoning now, and there's a chili lime, and so when I'm making guacamole, I will put some of the chili like, if I have to buy a packet, like a pre-made thing of guacamole because my avocados aren't ripe, I'll do that, and then I'll add, like, fresh onion and fresh cilantro, and then I add some of that chili lime seasoned salt, and everyone's like, "Oh, what's in the guacamole?" So it totally doctors it up, so that's my little, like, cheat, if you will, when I don't have time or the avocados at the correct
Even
ripeness.
if you did have the avocados, couldn't
Oh,
you
I
put
still
a
do
little
it.
chili lime in there?
Either way, because 'cause you're gonna need salt in the guacamole, and I like and it's just good high quality salt. So I'm a big fan of all the seasoned salts. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them and the regular salt. But the chocolate relight for kind of how Marnie said, like, at night, if you want I don't do that during the day, and if I'm, like, out hiking, I'm not drinking hot chocolate
Yeah, like,
relight.
when you're saying that, like, I think of my relight as, like, it's a hot day and I'm taking a
Yeah,
sip and
okay, no,
it
that's
just doesn't
not how
sound good
right.
to me, and
This is with hot water, not
okay,
cold, and
okay.
it's think of it like a hot chocolate
But
drink.
is it still electrolytes, though?
Oh, it's still electrolyte, so it's salty, so if you like, things about desserts that are chocolate and with a little sea salt on it,
Interesting.
and so I'm a big fan, and what I've been doing actually is I have, like, a half of a serving of a chocolate collagen, the Marigold chocolate collagen, and I'll mix that with the Relight, so I'm just getting a little more chocolate, and then I'm getting a little bit of collagen in with it, and so that's my, like,
Well,
evening
that's why
drink.
your skin is looking so
Oh, it's
great.
it must be. That and the red light, there.
Right.
Anyway, that's my fun little, like, thing I've been doing at
That's
night.
awesome.
Yeah.
And it is important to use a high quality sea salt or salt in general, and they have, like, these amazing salt caves where they get all of their salt, and I think it's a really good company.
I do too, and you know what I heard too on the salt front? Someone was like, "Well, sea salt, then you gotta be worried about the plastics in the sea and all this," and they with Redmonds, you don't have to worry about that because
Right,
they
they're,
come from
like,
mines.
in a cave
Yeah, yeah,
deep under the ground.
and
We
we
do
do have a code for
have
that,
Redmonds. Yep.
which is Living Well 15.
So, again, just providing you with a
Just
discount.
providing them yes.
Products we love.
And truly love and use I mean, with Redmonds, it's like an everyday multiple products every day, I would say. A couple other just, like we'll go through these super quickly, things that I have found. We had a guest, Leslie Durso, on, and she came up with this basil aioli, and it's through a company with Fabulous, so I've bought, several of the Fabulous products, but I've ordered multiple times this aioli. It's basil aioli. Leslie is so focused on high quality, so, like, the oils and the ingredients in this product are amazing. My kids love it. It's kinda good as, like, a dip, or if you like to spread anything on a sandwich or dipping certain meats and vegetables in it, if your kids are into that, highly recommend it. There's a tzatziki and it's plant-based, so all their products are plant-based. I also have ordered their falafel, and it comes and you put it in the freezer, and I love having falafel every once in a while, so super fun company that I just discovered. And then Pumfu Tofu, Marnie, have you tried that?
No.
Okay, so I found it several months ago. There's a couple different tofus. I eat tofu.
A grocery store, or are you buying it?
Yeah. No, yeah, in the grocery store. So I probably found it at our co-op, I don't know, 7, 8 months ago. There's a Pumfu one, and then there's also a bean one. So, it's not that soy is always bad, but every once in a while, I'm like, I shouldn't be having soy, like tofu 3 times a week maybe or whatever, and it's organic. And so this is an alternative. So it looks like tofu. You cook it like tofu, except it's only made with pumpkin seeds. It's literally pumpkin seeds and water. And then there's another one I've tried. I don't think it's the same brand, but it's fava beans and water. Again, it's in the section with the tofu. You'll find it at Whole Foods or your co-op. And I really, really like it. And I just like also that it's like mixing things up. So it's not just eating soy when you're having tofu.
Right. No, that makes sense. And also, I know we've mentioned a few supplements. I just want to shout out Cell Boost from Equalife. And also, I don't know if you have the mushrooms, Stephanie. I don't
Yes.
have them on me.
Here's
But
the
I
daily.
take these 2 supplements daily, and
Yeah.
we can link them up, and amazing longevity supplements,
Yes. So
that
big
we
fan of that. And
recommend.
actually I bought this for my mother-in-law. She
uh,
started taking it, but really anyone, I mean,
yeah,
anyone could use that, right?
40s and up, I think it's amazing. And then
Oh,
Z-Biotics, you've heard us talk a lot about Z-Biotics,
yeah,
but, I still will drink a little pre-alcohol drink. Here it is. It's a
yep,
shot of it's not really a shot, there's no alcohol in it, but if I'm gonna go out and have more than 1 drink, I'm having a Z-Biotic.
yep,
It really does make a difference in my next day, and I love
yep,
that because, I don't drink that often. So when I do, I don't always feel great, and I wanna wake up and just get on with my day the next day.
exactly. And I think the 2 other products from a gut health standpoint, I know gut health is still really a top priority for a lot of people, is Ion Gut Support. Been using this for several years. So Zach Bush is the founder, of the company. We had him on several years ago, Dr. Zach Bush. If you don't know who he is, definitely recommend looking him up. And this is literally like putting dirt in your mouth. So he's not a fan of putting probiotics in your body with like specific strains because he's saying your gut needs to produce a variety of, have a diverse microbiome in your gut. So this is like helping your body and your gut. And it also, they've done tons of studies about the positive impact this has from a glyphosate standpoint. So, like, glyphosate is what loosens those tight junctions in your gut, and this is helping to tighten them. And so, I just have this on the counter, and everyone does this. You just like put a couple squirts in your mouth
Well,
and
and they
just
also have a facial spray, and
right
I
here.
use
I
that
use this
every
also.
day. I
Yeah.
use it before I go to bed. I don't know if that's the ideal time. I think you probably should be using it in
Anytime.
the morning, but I wash my face and then I
Yeah.
spray it on my face before I go to bed.
And it says it protects against toxins, reduces signs of skin damage, balances your complexion. I also use it like if you get a sunburn, I put it on. I had like some like weird rash things going on a couple weeks ago and I would put it
Did
on
it work?
or my legs. I mean the itchiness went away. I don't know what it was going on. And I have a small one. I travel with this all the
Yes.
time too.
Yeah. So anyway, we
Yeah.
need to move on because we have so many exciting
I
products.
know. We
But
still have a few more.
yeah, I want to move into the like lifestyle beauty home category because I struggle still to find makeup and like perfume that I can use that's non-toxic. And for a while I was using no fragrance at all. But then it's like, I don't know, I get dressed up and I'm going out for the evening. Sometimes I want a splash of a little fragrance, right? So I have one perfume that I got at this store called Credo. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, Stephanie. It's a non-toxic beauty store and they carry all different brands. It's in Chicago. I think they have one somewhere else in the country too. I will love it. Every time I go to Chicago, I go to this store.
You've mentioned the store to me, but I
I
haven't been to
love it.
Chicago
And
recently. Yeah.
so I have this scent called Dirty Hinoki. Hinoki. It's like the weirdest name, but I love it. And they make other scents too. And then Sage and I were in my earbud keeps falling out. Sage and I were recently in Washington, DC, and we came across another non-toxic beauty store, just like a random one-off. It wasn't a chain or anything. And so I'm always on the lookout for a scent. So I found this, it's called AYOND is the brand, and it's Vesper Bloom. It looks like this, and it's a roller ball, so you can travel with it, and it's so light and fresh, and I did look it up, and just full disclosure, it is not 100% number 1 on the, like, EWG non-toxic scale, but it's really close. So, it does have a little bit of I can't remember what the ingredient was, but something that's not making it a 1, but it's really low, and I figure, okay, you gotta pick your poisons, right? Like, if I wanna wear some fragrance some days, it's really hard to find one that's not just like an essential oil or, like, I don't just wanna smell like lavender essential oil.
Yeah, all day, right? Because then
Yeah,
yeah,
so, like
you smell like your diffuser.
exactly.
That's great to know because the fragrances, I feel like, was one area of clean beauty that was sort of lagging a bit, and Beauty Counter had some, and I stocked up before they got rid, so I'm still using Beauty Counter has rollers with a variety of fragrances, and I love them, and there's a travel one, but the new company, which we'll talk about, Counter, does not have like, they have
More
fewer products than they
yeah.
yes. And so at some point when I run out what I my stash, I'm gonna have to go
Well
for a new one.
and before you talk about Beauty Counter, I just wanna shout out, okay, these are a couple makeup lines that I like, Ilia, um, Alima Pure, and Jane Iredale, which are all 3 brands that I have found to be fairly clean that I use for makeup.
Yeah, and have you there's another brand, and I'm totally gonna forget it, so it's a practitioner that my daughter is seeing, and so she's trying to get her to transition, and if I remember, there were 2 product lines, one of them's Crunchy something, that have super clean ingredients also, but a little more interesting maybe for younger kids versus like
Mhm.
a Jane Iredale, I feel like is more for,
Yeah,
our
I mean,
age,
it's
right?
they're very neutral colors, it's very
Yeah.
simple, there's no f if any of you listeners have found a fun glitter that is
Well, what about Jones
non-toxic.
Road? You got me onto Jones Road,
Oh, I forgot about I
which
must
is
have run out
Bobby
of my Jones Road
okay,
because how many?
I've I've been buying Jones Road now for probably a year, and every time I get an email that she comes out with a new product, so it's Bobbi Brown. So many of you have used Bobbi Brown back in the day. I loved it. I still have like a lip pencil that I still use of hers. But she came out with Jones Road, and I am now obsessed. So I have many eyeshadows, the mascara. This is their Miracle Balm, which is like kind of a signature product. And I have 2 of these, and one of them is more of a highlighter, a glitter, but you could literally put it on your whole face for that, like more of a dewy, like if you don't want to wear makeup, a nice glow and super hydrating. There's a hair product that I've bought. There's a night cream. There's a
Wow,
lip
you're
gloss.
getting crazy.
I
Way
mean,
to
I've
go.
bought there, like I probably 5 times I've had shipments come to my house recently in the last, like, 6 or 8 months. So, just a big fan, and there's a lot of makeup because I was suffering from when Beauty Counter, kind of stopped and is in limbo, and even now, they don't have a lot of makeup products right now.
Yeah,
So, I needed to find another. So, Jones Road is my go-to for clean makeup.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then, let's
Oh,
see.
well, I think OneSkin,
Yep, OneSkin. You wanna talk about that a
which
little bit?
yeah, I mean, we've had the founder, Carolina, on our podcast twice now.
Mhm.
And so I've been using this OS1 peptide, which again is a peptide, which is a lot, kind of a buzzword right now. And it's their signature peptide. And they have done a ton. I love the science. So it's like founded by these biologists or what are they?
She's like a yeah.
I mean, they're PhDs and they're very smart and they're focused on
Biochemist,
reversing
that's what it
aging.
is. I think she's a
Biochemist.
biochemist. I'm like,
Yeah.
"It's not biologist,
No,
it's
I knew it was
biochemist."
that. Right, you're right. And they've done so many studies, like true clinical studies to show how reversing aging on a cellular level. So inside, not just on the outside. So I've been using this like every single day. It's just a topical. You put it on underneath your moisturizer or makeup. And I use the eye cream and there's a face wash and a body lotion. And then recently they came out with a hair product. It's supposed to help with thinning hair. And I bought it. I sent it to my husband. I sent him the email. I was like, "What do you think about this?" And he's not bald at all, but, there's some thinning going on up here. He's like, "Sure, I'll try it." So it just came in the mail. We'll report back later once he's used it. So I bought that for him, and then they have an SPF lip balm, and a lot of the SPFs are, like, white and kind of thick and just this is super hydrating. Like, I would use this all the time even if it wasn't in the sun.
And I like their sunscreen too.
Yes. Oh, yeah, they have sunscreen.
Yeah, and we have a link for that we'll put in the show notes.
Yes.
And then just a quick I didn't bring it to show you guys, but we do have these awesome Art of Living Well hats that we made last year before 29029, and they're like a dry fit material. And so I literally wear this hat almost every time I'm working out, whether I'm running or hiking, because they're wipeable, they're washable. And like when you're sweating, sometimes the cotton hats, which I love cotton hats, but when you're sweating, they get so dirty and gross. So what I really like about our hats, besides the fact that they're really cute,
Yeah, they
is
are very cute.
you can clean them. So we do have some left. I think we have white and black.
Oh,
And
navy.
oh, navy. That's
And
right.
so it's
I forgot
right,
about the
navy with
navy.
white
Yes,
lettering and the white with navy lettering, and I've
correct.
been wearing the white, like, all summer. It's just a good
It's a great
summer color. Yeah,
so if you're interested, we'll link it up in the show notes and
yeah,
happy to have you sharing our brand.
yeah, and I guess as we wrap this up, we talked about a lot of different things and products and, as you make transition to clean up, whether it's your beauty products or incorporate more supplements or longevity habits or things like that, we'd love to, help you through this journey. Marnie and I are still on this journey ourselves. So please you could sign up for a health transformation audit. You could sign up for a consultation to talk about supplements or a consultation to talk about clean beauty products, and we could make some recommendations. We are here for you wherever you are. And if you just want to buy some fun new products, then, you can download our guide by joining our Substack. So we're now on Substack, building a community over there. And once you sign up, you'll have access to some of our free guides. And one of them are these 2015 or, oh my God,
2025.
it's 2025 people, our top products of 2025. And you'll find that on our Substack. And we'll put the link in our show notes.
And if you have a friend that you think would love this episode or would love to learn about more of these wellness products, please don't be shy. Share this episode with a friend. It helps us grow our audience as well. And we would so appreciate it.
Yeah. All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in to the Art of Living Well podcast. If today's episode inspired you, please subscribe, share, and leave us a review. It helps more people discover our show.
And if you're ready to take your health and happiness to the next level, we would love to support you. Whether it's through our transformative group programs, personalized coaching, or functional medicine lab testing, we help uncover the root causes of your health challenges and unlock your vitality.
Visit www.theartoflivingwell.us to learn more and book a free discovery call. Until next time, keep creating your art of living well.